Hello students, let us continue with exercise 9.4 of chapter 9, question number 5. It's been given that triangles ABC, this big triangle out here and this small triangle BDE out here, both of them are equilateral triangles. We have D as the midpoint of BC and AE and BC intersecting at point F such that points B, F, D and C, they lie on the same line BC. I need to prove 7 things which we will solve one after the other, and there is a hint to join EC and AD and to show that BE is parallel to AC and DE is parallel to AB. So let us first join EC and AD and then go about doing our proofs. So I am joining EC and AD. So the first thing that we need to prove is area of triangle BDE. Area of triangle BDE is equal to 1/4 area of triangle ABC. So let us just write what we need to prove, because there are 7 things that we need to prove. To prove that area of triangle BDE is equal to 1/4 area of triangle ABC. Now if you notice, D is the midpoint of BC and D is a part of 2 triangles ABC and BEC. Therefore AD is the median of triangle ABC and ED is the median of triangle BEC, right? Because the midpoint connecting to the opposite vertex is the line segment so formed is known as the median. So DE is the median and AD is the median. What do we know about the median of a triangle? That it divides the triangle into 2 triangles of equal areas. So I can say that triangle ADC is half area of triangle ABC. Similarly, I can say area of triangle BDE is equal to half area of triangle BEC. Let's write this down. So I'll say proof for part 1. AD is median of triangle ABC. Therefore, area of triangle ADC is equal to half area of triangle ABC. Let's mark this as 1. Similarly, I will say DE or ED is the median of triangle BEC. Therefore, area of triangle BED is equal to half area of triangle BEC. Let's mark this as 2. Now let's take a look at 1 and 2. You need to strike a relationship between BED and ABC, right? So we will be able to strike a relationship between ABC and BDE once we are able to strike a relationship between ADC and BEC. So once you show that ADC is equal to area of triangle BEC, you can say that BED is equal to half of ADC and ADC is half of ABC. So that will become 1/4 ABC. Got it? Let me repeat that again for you. If you show that BEC is equal to ADC, you can say that BED is equal to half of ADC, which is what? Half of ABC. So that would become 1/2 into 1/2 ABC. That will become 1/4 ABC. Therefore, we will get what is needed. That is area of triangle BDE or BED is equal to 1/4 area of triangle ABC. So let's see how we are going to prove that ADC and BEC, the triangles are congruent and thereby they are equal in areas. So let us draw the triangles first. I have this is BEC and ADC. If you notice, AC is congruent to BC because they are sides of an equilateral triangle. Also you will notice that BE is equal to DC. So why am I saying that BE is equal to DC? It's because see, BD, BE and ED are all equal to each other, right? Because they are the sides of an equilateral triangle. But BD is equal to DC. Why? Because D is the midpoint of BC. Therefore, ED is equal to DC. So I will say BC and AC are equal to each other because they are sides of an equilateral triangle. See, ABC is an equilateral triangle, therefore AC and BC are their sides, therefore they are equal to each other. Also I will say that BE is equal to DC. So why do I say that BE is equal to DC? Getting back to our diagram out here, we have BDE as an equilateral triangle, therefore BD is equal to DE is equal to BE. Right? So BE is equal to BD because they are sides of an equilateral triangle, but BD is equal to DC. Why? Because D is the midpoint of BC. Therefore, what do I have? I have BE is equal to DC. So I have BE is equal to DC. And now if you notice that this angle is 60 degrees because ABC is an equilateral triangle. Similarly, this angle out here is 60 degrees. Why? Because BED is an equilateral triangle, therefore each angle is 60 degrees. We know that for equilateral triangles, all the sides are equal to each other and each angle is 60 degrees. So therefore, I can prove that these two triangles are congruent to each other by the SAS test of congruence. But now we have to write it in the right order of correspondence. So how are we going to write this? Let's see. I will start, let's say, from E, B and C. So I will say or rather I will say what do we need to prove? BE, we have BEC. So if I say BEC, that means I am going from the angle to the double to nothing. So again this would be BEC is congruent to double to the angle to the double. So CDA. Correct? So let's prove the two triangles congruent to each other. I will say now triangle in triangle BEC and triangle CDA, I have BE is equal to CD. Why BE is equal to CD? Because BE is equal to BD and BD is equal to DC, right? Why BD is equal to DC? Because D is the midpoint of BC, it is given. Therefore, you have BE is equal to CD or DC, it's the same thing. So, you can write this as CD. BD is equal to CD. Also, we have AC is equal to, so you have, if you go from here, if you are taking AC, it's CB. So, CB is equal to AC sides of equilateral triangle ABC, right? And also I have angle CBE is equal to angle, so I am taking CBE, therefore I will take ACD. Each is 60 degrees, or you can even say angles of equilateral triangles. Equilateral triangles ABC and BDE. So you can give either of these these reasons. Therefore, I will say that triangle BEC is congruent to triangle CDA, right, by SAS test of congruence. Therefore, area of triangle BEC is equal to area of triangle CDA, right. Now, we have our triangle written in the form of ADC. So, let us just rewrite this as ADC. Therefore, area of triangle BEC is equal to area of triangle ADC. I'll mark this as 3. So now what do you get from 1, 2 and 3? You get area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle ADC. Why? Because I have BEC is equal to ADC and you have BEC over here, right? So from 2 and 3 I will say, but area of triangle BED is equal to half area of triangle BEC, right? I'll say from 2, correct? Let's mark this as 4. So what do you get from 3 and 4? See, you have BEC here and BEC here. So obviously now equals that are equal to the same thing are equal to each other. Therefore from 3 and 4 what do I get? BED is equal to half area of triangle ADC, right? Therefore area of triangle BED is equal to half area of triangle ADC. I'll say from 3 and 4 and I'll mark this as 5, right? Or you can keep this as 2 itself because we already have this here. So it's no point rewriting, giving this different numbers to the same. So here I'll say from 2 and 3. We are just repeating this again so that you do not have to go back and keep looking for where we have proved this. We know that we have already proved this. So now again about ADC. ADC is half area of triangle ABC. So instead of ADC we want to substitute ABC to strike a relationship between BED and ABC. So I'm going to rewrite, but area of triangle ADC. So let me erase this section. Is equal to half area of triangle ABC from 1, right? Therefore, what do we get? Area of triangle BED is equal to half into half area of triangle ABC, and I'll say from, if I have marked this as 4, so I'll get from 1 and 4, right? See, what we did is instead of ADC we just substituted half ABC. We have ADC is equal to half ABC. So this is exactly what we are substituting here, okay? Therefore area of triangle BED 1/2 into 1/2 is 1/4 area of triangle ABC. So this is what we were required to prove in the first section, right? I'll mark this as Roman number 1. Now second part. We need to prove that area of triangle BDE is equal to half area of triangle BAE. Rings a bell? See, BDE is equal to half BEC. We have shown this over here. So we already have an expression for BED, area of triangle BED is equal to half of some area of a triangle. So which is this triangle BEC, and we need to prove that this is half of BAE. So if you show that area of triangle BEC is equal to area of triangle BAE, then you can show that area of triangle BDE is equal to half area of triangle BAE, because you already have this expression for half. So first of all we need to prove two triangles congruent, which are they? BEC and BAE. So how do we prove them congruent? Now first take a look at BAE. So you have your BAE here and you have BEC. So this is your triangle. If you notice these two triangles, again BAE and BEC, they share the same base BE. What we need to show in order to prove that the two triangles are congruent, they share the common base and they lie between the same parallels or common parallels. We need to show that BE is parallel to AC. Don't you think we can very easily prove that these two lines are parallel? By showing that this is 60 degrees, we know that this is an equilateral triangle, angle of an equilateral triangle ABC. Similarly, this angle is 60 degrees because it is an angle of equilateral triangle BDE. Therefore, what do we have? See, there is a Z forming here. Therefore, these are a pair of interior alternate angles for lines AC and BE, and these angles are equal. Therefore, I can say that AC is parallel to BE. Therefore, again getting back to triangle BAE and triangle BEC, I have BAE and BEC lying on the same base BE, and between common parallels BE and AC. Therefore, what can I say? That the two triangles are congruent. The two triangles have equal areas, right? So, let's write this down. I'll say now, so first let's prove the two lines parallel. Now, angle ACB is equal to angle EBC. See, instead of writing EBD, I am just writing EBC because it is the same angle. We will mention that D lies on the line segment BC, okay, is equal to 60 degrees. I will say angles of equilateral triangle and D lies on BC, right? But or I will say therefore BE is parallel to AC, or rather let us write, but these are a pair of alternate interior angles for lines BE and AC, right? Therefore, I will say BE is parallel to AC, and I will mark this as 5. Now, triangle BAE and triangle BEC lie on common base BE, right? The common base BE, and between common parallels BE and AC. Therefore, I can say that the two triangles have equal areas. Therefore, area of triangle BAE is equal to area of triangle BEC. Let's mark this as 6. This is BAE, and for the parallels I'll say from 5, right? But what do we have? We have area of triangle BED is equal to half area of triangle BEC. So let's write this down. But area of triangle BED is equal to half area of triangle BEC. I'll say from 2. So if you compare, you have BEC is equal to BAE and you have half BEC over here. So just instead of BEC, I'm going to substitute BAE because they both are equal. Therefore, and I'll mark this as, so therefore area of triangle BED is equal to half area of triangle BAE. I'll say from 2 and 6, and this is what we needed to prove, and I'll mark this as Roman number 2, right? So we have proved these two. What I will do is now erase the board and continue with the remaining questions. So now since we have proved these 2 points, let's proceed with the third point, wherein we need to prove that area of triangle ABC is equal to twice area of triangle BEC. So this is triangle ABC. is equal to twice area of triangle BEC. How do we do this? See, I have erased the board, but if you look back, look back in this video, or if you're taking down notes, you must have seen that we proved that ADC is equal to BEC. The areas of ADC and BEC are equal, and also that ADC is equal to half of ABC. Therefore, what can I say? That BEC is equal to half of ABC, whereby we get ABC is equal to twice area of BEC. So, let us write this down. So, third part, area of triangle ADC is equal to half area of triangle ABC, I will say from 1, right, and area of triangle BEC is equal to area of triangle ABC. I think this was the third point. So, I will say from 3. Therefore, what do you get from 2 and 3? You get from 2 and 3 that area of triangle BEC is equal to half area of triangle, this was ADC. From 2 and 3 you get area of triangle BEC is half area of triangle ABC. Why? Because these two are equal, right? Equals that are equal to the same thing are equal to each other. Therefore, I get area of triangle BEC is equal to half area of triangle ABC from 2 and 3. Therefore, I get, what do we need? We need area of triangle ABC is equal to twice area of triangle BEC. So, I will take my 2 over here. Therefore, I get 2 area of triangle BEC is equal to area of triangle ABC, and just let us reverse this and rewrite. Therefore, area of triangle ABC is equal to area twice area of triangle BEC. I will mark this as Roman number 3, right. So, we have proved this section. Now, what do we need to prove? That area of triangle BFE is equal to area of triangle AFD. So, let us see where are these triangles, BFE and AFD So, if you notice, if I add this triangle to them out here, what do you get? BED and AED. Now, BED and AED, they lie on the common base ED, and also if you notice, this angle here is 60 degrees, this angle here is 60 degrees, because they are a part of, they are angles of equilateral triangle, right. And also this angle here is 60 degrees. So, 60 plus 60 plus 60 is 180 degrees. And also these angles ABE and DEB, they form a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal BE for lines DE and AB. Therefore, what can I say? That DE is parallel to AB. Therefore, now coming back, what do we see? Triangle AED and triangle BDE, they lie on the common base DE, and between common parallels DE and AB. Therefore, what can I say? That the areas of the two triangles are equal. And then I will subtract area of triangle FED from both the triangles. So, what will I get? Area of triangle BFE is equal to area of triangle AFD, which is what we need to prove. So, let us go ahead and write this. Third section, let us show that first DE is parallel to AB. Okay. So, I will say angle, this is the fourth section, angle ABE is equal to angle ABF plus angle FBE, right, because they are adjacent pair, which is equal to 60 degree plus 60 degrees, right. Why? Because each is angle of equilateral triangle ABC and triangle BED. So this is 60 plus 60 and I have angle DEB is equal to 60 degrees. Again it is angle or angle of equilateral. So for equilateral I am just saying equilateral triangle BED, right. So let's see which lines are parallel. I have line AB and DE, right. This is the transversal out here and this angle plus this angle is the sum of these two angles is giving me 180 degrees. Therefore, which are my parallel lines? My parallel lines would be B, A and ED, right. Therefore, now angle ABE plus angle DEB is equal to 60 plus 60, right. This is equal to 120 degrees. 120 degrees plus DEB, which is 60 degrees, which is 180 degrees. But these are a pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal BE and lines AB and DE, right. But these are a pair of interior angles on same side of transversal BE of lines for lines AB and DE. Therefore, what can we say? Therefore, AB is parallel to DE. Okay. So, now what do we have? We have triangle ADE and triangle BDE sharing the common base DE and between common parallels AB and DE. Therefore, the two triangles are equal in area. Now, triangle BDE and triangle ADE lie on common base DE and between common parallels AB and DE, right. Therefore, area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle ADE. So, now which triangle are you going to subtract from these two triangles? In order to get BFE and AFD, you are going to subtract FED. So, I will say, I will erase this section now, we do not need it anymore. Subtracting. So, let us mark this equation as, or rather just let us say subtracting area of triangle FED on both sides. What do we get? Area of triangle BDE minus area of triangle FED is equal to area of triangle ADE minus area of triangle FED. So, what do you eventually get? You get your answer, which is area of triangle BFE is equal to area of triangle AFD. Let us write this down. Therefore, area of triangle BFE is equal to area of triangle AFD, because when equals are subtracted from equals, then the wholes are equal. Let us mark this, then the remainders are equal. You have Roman number 4. So, this section is proved as well. We will go ahead and proceed with solving question number 5. So, now let us take a look at the fifth one. we need to prove that area of BFE is equal to twice area of FED. So you have BFE here and FED here. You need to prove this. Now if you notice, we already proved that BFE is equal to AFD. So in order to prove that BFE is equal to twice of area of FED, we just need to prove that area of AFD is equal to twice area of FED, right. So where do we have AFD? We have it here, and FED we have it here. So let's just write down what we need to prove and then go about writing the proof. So I'll say my fifth section, to prove that area of BFE is equal to half twice area of FED. But area of BFE, triangle BFE, is equal to area of triangle AFD. And I'll say from Roman number 4. We just proved it here. Therefore, to prove that area of AFD, triangle AFD, is equal to twice area of triangle FED. So this is what we need to prove. So how will we go about writing this proof? If you notice, FED is a part of this triangle BED and AFD is a triangle of the upper triangle ABC. So what I will do is I will draw perpendicular heights. I will see now for ABCD is the midpoint and ABC is an equilateral triangle. What do we know about the median of the equilateral triangle? The median of the equilateral triangle is also the perpendicular on the base. So AD is already 90 degrees. What we will do is we will now draw a line. So I am erasing the 60 over here and I am just writing F inside. I will draw EM perpendicular to BC. So area of triangle ABC is half BC into AD and area of triangle BEC is half into BC into EM, right? Because area of triangle is half base into height. So let's write this down. Now area of triangle ABC is equal to half BC into AD and area of triangle BEC is equal to half BC into EM. And in brackets for this I will write EM is perpendicular to BC through construction. So we have these 2 points. Now let's call, see we have half BC into BC out here. Let's call ED capital H and EM small h, right? What do we know about area of triangle ABC and area of triangle BEC? We have written this over here. Area of triangle BEC is half area of triangle ABC, right? So now we have we have already proved that area of triangle ABC is twice area of triangle BEC. This was marked as Roman number 3 out here, right? So let's write this down. But area of triangle ABC is equal to twice area of triangle BEC. I'll say from Roman number 3. So let's write down for this. We have half into BC into AD into H, capital H, we have marked this as H, right, is equal to 2 into 1 upon 2 BC into small h. So now if you see, if you remove half BC and BC, what do you get? H is equal to 2h. That means this height AD here is twice the height HEM over here. And also if you notice, now coming back to this AFD and FED. Now area of triangle AFD is going to be half into base into height, and area of triangle FED is also going to be half into base into height. For AFD, what is your height? Your height is going to be capital H, which is this, and for FED is going to be small h. Okay, so let's write this down and then strike the relationship. Now area of triangle AFD is equal to half. So AFD is going to be half into FD into H, right? And area of triangle FED is equal to half into FD into small h, right? Now if you notice, you have half FD and half FD out here. So, and here it is h. So instead of h, what can you write? 2h, small h, right? Therefore, area of triangle AFD is equal to half into FD into 2h, right? Which is equal to half. So I'll remove the 2 out here and I will write half FD into H. Half FD into H is what? 2 area of triangle FED. So you have area of triangle AFD is equal to twice area of triangle FED. This is what we needed to prove. Therefore, I can say that area of triangle BFE is twice area of triangle FED. Therefore, area of triangle BFE is equal to twice area of triangle FED. So, this was my point number 5. So now we need to prove that FED is equal to 1 upon 8 AFC. Let us go ahead and prove this section. Now, if you notice, this is the 6th part. So, area of triangle AFC. Now, let's take a look at AFC. My AFC is made up of AFD plus ADC. Let's write this down. This is equal to area of triangle AFD plus area of triangle ADC. Now if you notice, AFD is twice area FED. See, we need to derive everything in terms of FED. So we will try to come to FED using whatever we have proved until so far. So this, I am going to write this as twice of area of triangle FED. So now this part is sorted. Area of AFD is sorted. Now we will not touch this section. Now we will take a look at ADC. So now ADC. Where is my ADC? ADC is here. What did we learn earlier? That ADC is equal to BEC and BEC is the double of BED. So we had learned that BED is half of ADC. Therefore ADC is twice of BED. So instead of ADC, I am going to write twice of BED. So this will come here, twice of area of triangle BED. Now let's further split BED. See, because here in BED we are seeing FED, right? So let's split it. As I said, this part will be untouched, area of triangle FED plus twice area, so twice into area of BFE, area of triangle BFE plus area of triangle FED. So now we have proved that BFE is twice of FED, correct? So we will write for BFE. Now this part will also be untouched along with this part because we have come to FED. So I am going to say twice area of triangle FED plus twice into, see BFE is twice area of FED, so I am going to say twice area of FED, area of triangle FED plus area of triangle FED. Right. So, if you notice, you have the two outside here and there is a box bracket inside, which we have twice area FED and area of FED. That means 2 apples plus 1 apple, which will give you 3 apples. So, therefore, this will be 3 times area of FED, and outside we will have 2. So, 2 into 3 times area FED, which would be 6, but we will go step by step. I am not doing it in one shot. So, this way I get twice area of triangle FED plus 2 into 3 times area of triangle FED. Now, I am going to multiply these two, 2 into 3. So, I get twice area of triangle FED plus 6 times area of triangle FED. Yeah. So, now again you have 2 apples plus 6 apples. So, it would be 8 apples. So, twice area FED plus 6 times area FED would be 8 times area of FED, area of triangle FED. Hence, proved. So, we have finally proved this tricky question, tricky and lengthy question. I hope you had fun while solving it. This was not just a combination of what we learned in chapter 9, but also what we have learned until so far in geometry. So, thank you for watching the video. Let's continue with the remaining exercise in the next videos.
Hope this video increased your knowledge. For more such videos and a completely free educational content, log on to www.epathshala.org or visit our ePathshala YouTube channel. We have each and every question solved for maths, physics, chemistry and biology. So subscribe our channel, share with your friends, like our Facebook page and follow our Twitter handle for regular updates and important educational tips, and also win ePathshala goodies. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe this channel and enjoy the freedom of education.